There will be, and there's a big job in front of the Department of Housing and Public Works and the QBCC to make sure that the industry understands all these changes. I mean, there's some around the QBCC Act to do with MFRs, a whole heap of stuff that's in there. And some of it's not all bad, some of it is good. But just to your point about the endorsement, we argued strongly to a black and blue in the face to bring it back. And the government initially said, well, New South Wales has got rid of it, but New South Wales has brought it back. I mean, what we want in the longer term is to go back to that system.
New South Wales brought it back for a good reason, that on the surface it was designed to simplify things so that, you know, subbies in particular didn't feel threatened by having to which I always thought was overstated in terms of, you know, being able to lodge a payment claim and not have to sort of out themselves that they're claiming under the Act. But what it did, and I'm not speaking from a lawyer's perspective because I'm not a lawyer, but obviously I've seen my background in adjudication is pretty deep. What it did is it shone a light on all the other requirements associated with being a valid payment claim. So since that endorsement's been removed, you've seen some Supreme Court reviews where more precise requirements associated with the description of the work, for instance, have been identified. So I've always argued that by removing the flashing red light, as I would call it, you know, the endorsement, it's actually inadvertently, well, you know, the judiciary has said, well, okay, it doesn't have to be endorsed now, but we're going to look very carefully at whether or not that payment claim specifically provides enough clarity or detail in terms of to be able to be, you know, considered a valid payment claim. And as quite often happens in these sorts of ways, you get perverse outcomes. You get these unintended consequences. So, yeah, there's all the changes around payment claims have just made it very difficult for people to understand what's required of them. So I'm glad that they're going to give more time, and I'm glad they're going to push out some information to the industry.